Alright, there we go. So I'm doing the analysis real quick. Like, I know probably nobody's watching as of like right now, but let me do them anyway. So currently we are on the daily time frame and we are on AUD NZD. Now let's speedrun this real quick. I am a little bit late with the live stream, but that's no problem. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Basically, it's already explained in my mentorship where we want to go concrete, but yeah, based off these analysis, you should already get the point if you're familiar with this type way of trading. So we basically just want to trade onto the upside with a 50 pip stop loss. Now the original position will be something like that. Want to trade all the way to the previous day high. We can extend it even more. It's quite okay to do. And also adjust our stop loss. Something like that. That's like acceptable to take, basically. So that's AUD and ZD basically. Let's go to C Trader, AUD and ZD. So AUD and ZD. It's pretty like, why is this not typing, man? Come on, AUD and ZD. I have no idea. AUD and ZD. There we go. And so ended with 0.01. I gotta have to think about something. I think we're at the point where we can almost take like a 0.01, but we're still not quite there yet. So I'm gonna take like a 0.7, I think 0.07. That's like pretty good to take. So yeah, right now is a good time. And we're going to be entering the trade just like that. So that's going to be the stop loss. Everybody who has already tuned in, what's up everybody? Make sure to watch the horizontal live stream. Oh, not that. And yeah, today, you know, we're just going to do a quick one. Like, we're not going to be in here for long. This will just be like a quick one. I can already smell it. AUD, AUDNSD, 0.07. I gotta do it again, hang on. So this will be the stop loss. This will be the take profit. Alright. So that's quite acceptable. And now we're just going to let it run basically. There's two words, okay. What do you think of the actual vertical layout? Pretty fire, isn't it? Roger, what's good, bro? What's good, my brother? You know, how's it going? Hang on, I'm gonna announce a challenge real quick. Man, there's like so many things I'm doing at the same time, man. It's crazy. Yeah, there we go. No. So, add everyone. So, hop in. So this is basically AOD and ZD. Let's go to your CHF. Also like pretty good opportunity. We like to trade onto the downside pretty much with relatively lows. We also have like an entire price gap in here. That's something I actually don't like too much. And hang on. So also probably like the reason why I don't favor this pair too much as somebody else might do. It's because we have like sort of a dilemma in here. We have reasons to go up but also down. Don't really like that, to be honest. So I would much rather want you to focus on a different pair than your CHF, even though it looks promising, even though your CHF is kind of our golden child in that sense. We don't really like it too much. Um. So yeah, how was everybody's week doing? I have been live streaming for a minute or so. Yeah, hang on, I gotta check some real quick, guys. So I'll be just live reacting to the chat and whatnot. I just gotta see some stuff for myself. So Gotch was saying hi, and he was asking gold. I will look at gold in just a second if you want. But like, yeah, funny enough, give me a second. We can also look into gold. Let me look at your GBP daily time frame. It's also not looking good. Alright, so like as I said, high probability setup is probably going to be AUD and ZD simply because it has pretty much everything that we like in a trade. The equilibrium hasn't been hit yet. We are still trading onto the upside. We're having our established movement onto the upside. If we're going to ask ourselves from a premium to discount perspective, right? Or like from a daily perspective, if we go just in here, are we going to take out the previous day high or the previous day low today? Probably we are going to go for the high. Not for the low. So most likely we still want to basically trade onto the upside. We also have the gap that we have not been traded into. I've done basically like entire analysis for the masterclass, for the mentorship. It's just like I am speedrunning this a little bit because I had some technical issues, so I went live a little bit later than preferred, but you know, here we are. So that's basically the standpoint of what we are rolling with as of right now. Gold counter low. Yeah, man, I gotta include the gold counter. And actually, like, hang on, like the chat is looking fire. I just noticed that the chat is looking good. Anyways, yeah, man, like the gold counter is missing, but there's like also not that much space in here. Which asset is this? No, I'm just asking which asset are you trading? I don't trade gold. Oh, so I'm trading AUD and ZD. Hang on, I always do it like that here. Boom. Just like that, you should be able to see it now. Something like that. That should be a fire. Entity cat, let's look at that real quick. Let's go into the daily time frame. Okay, so to the previous day high, but we have already traded back into it, as I can see. Previous day has not been taken yet. So potentially, and also in theory, you could still trade on the upside with this pair, but there's a lot of reasons why I shouldn't. First of all, what we just simply don't like about all of this is, as you can see, no weak candle. We don't really like to trade no weak candles. Why? Because this entire candle is going to trade onto the downside, simple as that. Because as you can see, every single candle has a wick onto the upside and also to the downside. So most likely this wick just hasn't been created yet, but it's going to be created sooner or later. So we'll have a little bit of down movement, and then from there on, yes, we could be trading onto the upside for previous liquidity or even for this entire price action gap, but I wouldn't really want to risk it, especially because also we have a massive imbalance on here. Yes, we have traded back into it in this little candle, as you can see, but there's still a massive amount of imbalances still residing in here. So price could still just continue lower and only from then continue higher. So the problem is we don't really know when that is going to happen, so we don't really like to risk it. Is it USD? Pretty much same scenario. Well, this was actually the pair that I was talking about. USD CHF is like also looking quite promising, but the problem here is, as you can see, we're having 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the 5, and to the 6 candles onto the downside. So most likely you also don't want to participate in that one. The more candles you have of one color, basically, so all of these, they contribute to basically making it more likely that the next candle is going to be a bullish one, and it's just completely going to fuck you up because it's just going to reverse on you, and you don't want to be a part of that. Basically, let's go to GBP USD. Let's go into the daily time frame. It's like basically a mastery what we're doing here. GBP USD has already been taken out. As you can see, if we're going to zoom in, the previous day high has already been taken out. And that is pretty much like our entire rundown on the entire market. Now, EUR/CHF is an opportunity to take, and it's also more risky, but I don't recommend it, and I wouldn't really want to participate in it. Like, feel like really into risking, but then, you know, you can basically do it, but I'm not going to be able to do it. AUD/CHF, we haven't really looked into it. It's also one of those pairs where it's a little bit risky, but like potential to take, and there's like a handful of reasons for it. Yes, it is a little bit more risky and it does not like fully align with the rules, but a daily candle is still looking, it's basically showing you the established movement that you want to see. Ghost was saying, what up? Ghost Whale, do you want to join the live stream? I won't be live streaming for long, but you know, feel free to join. So I'm gonna just join here. I've basically joined the live chat, you know, just hop in if you want. Yo, what's good? Currently I'm live streaming. Hang on. So one of the mentorship guys joined. So currently I'm live streaming, you know, I hope it's like not too confusing for people. Okay, like just let me know into the chat if you want to join, and then yeah, from there on we're going to be taking things. Like you could potentially trade onto the upside, and there's like a couple of reasons for that. First of all, this entire candle basically is going to be your established movement. I know it's pretty hard to understand, especially if you're new, but this is basically going to be your established movement onto the upside, and you really like to see that also. So most likely we're going to trade to the previous day high, not to the previous day low. Okay, that's like basically the number one thing. The second one is going to be, we have a price gap in here. We have not traded back onto the upside yet. So we also want to do that, right? Because we want to fill out this entire gap with a body closure. What else do we have? We have another gap in here. If we're not now going to basically draw a box, right? If you're familiar with BPR ranges, then that is basically one, but combined with gaps, and it's like one of the most strongest signals that you can look out for in the markets. Okay, so we basically have something like that. Tired of sale, guys. Actually, to be honest, I'm tired of sale. So we have this entire price action gap, which is like a BPR price action gap. If you want it like that, pretty interesting scenario. You rarely have these kinds of scenarios, and also of course your relative equal highs, right? Pretty basic. So we want to trade onto the upside given this entire framework. Now, we don't really like these kinds of candles, but we still want to basically trade onto the upside, even though this might look like we are just going to tank lower. What I also like about this, there's a no-way candle, basically two ones combining with each other on the spot right there. So once again, even though it looks a little bit scary trading onto the downside, it is something valid to take. Okay. So when you can also refine the entry, so the entry is going to be lower anyways, so there's that. And then yeah, that's going to be AUD/CHF. AUD/CHF, pretty much same scenario here. AUD/CHF, we're going to be taking a, gotta think about it real quick. Yeah, like also we're going to take like 0.7. yeah, that is going to be okay. Just going to be the stop loss, and then here's going to be the take profit, and 0.7. yeah, we're just going to let it run. Here it's going to be AUD/CHF. There we go. Yep. Okay, so pretty much like all of the things are done. Okay, Dress was saying, hey, just wanted to let you know I'm Tayo K27 Discord. Oh, dude, just tell me earlier. Like, you're just joining, and it's like JazzBoy5. Like, I already know you. I appreciate you either way, right? But I don't know who that is basically because of the name. Appreciate you, joining. Of course, my brother, Now you're going to be treated with that extra premium type of treatment, Which asset is this? No, I'm just asking. Okay. Somebody's just typing into the chat. Okay. Yeah, so that's how we're rolling with it currently, and we're just going to let it play out. No, it looks a little bit, are we able to basically join? No. Anyways. Hang on a second. Oh, right. So Tayo, okay. I just I wanted to stream today, but sometimes it's just market dependent if I'm actually going to stream or not, And so that is sort of the problem sometimes. Sometimes the market just doesn't look well, and then I'm like, why should I even stream to begin with? But of course, like the mentorship, you're still going to get the market outlook and the reason behind why we're not going to be taking a trade. And so, right. So that's like a separate thing. I always like to keep in mind. Because if there's no trades, then people are most likely also not interested, even though I've said it many times, knowing when not to take is just as important, knowing when to take, but people like to ignore that fact, basically. But once again, the guys in the mentorship, you guys are pretty good setup. Either way, even if we're not going to be taking a trade, you'll get the reasoning behind it. Hang on, let me put it like that. Where is it? Here. It's hard to name this stuff, but let me put it like price BPR. And we're just going to put it like on top or something here, top here. Going to be quite hard to understand for some people, but yeah. For anybody that's watching vertically, what do you think of the vertical stream? Looks pretty fire, doesn't it? My eyes are red. Hang on, so I'm gonna join in real quick. Test. Para para pi pa pa para po. Pa pa para po. Pi pa pa para po. Pa pa para pi pa pa para po. Pa pa para po. Pi pa pa para po. Okay. Hang on, I gotta get my headphones on.
What up?
Yo, what up? Can you hear me, man?
Yeah.
All right. I hope the stream can also hear you. What's up, Tayok? What's up, my brother? I must see if the stream can also hear you. It should be.
Yeah, sure. Let me check if the sound check is needed.
Can you hear me, man? Yeah. All right, it actually works. Fire. Nice. There we go.
Finally. Did you take the out CHF trade also? I missed it.
Yes. I also took AUD-CHF. It's like,
nice.
Also good one, sharp observation. You already know what's up, man. I said it like many times. This is getting like faster and faster. Sometimes before I'm even announcing the market outlooks, you already know what we're trading, It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. On out NCD The only thing that speaks against the trade was the 1 hour candle, the no wick candle. Almost no wick, I
Which
see.
one? Which one?
Almost out NZD. It had
Uh,
almost a no wick candle on the 1 hour, but I was like taking it market. Um, and then afterwards, I was like, oh, I could have taken the limit, but I now see it's not a no wick candle. It's
oh,
got
you
a
mean
little thingy.
AUDNZD?
AD
I
NZD
oh, okay, okay.
on the 1 hour.
1 hour, 1 hour. Yeah, I'm checking it out right now. Yeah, it was looking actually kind of weird, like with the Noe candle. I also thought that there was a Noe candle, like a bearish one, so you want to trade higher
Mm-hmm.
into it. But I guess
Yep.
there wasn't any. Like if I just looked into it closer, but like even without it, I still believe that this is a pretty good setup to take. It looks a little bit scary, but I
Yeah,
would pretty much take it like another
yeah,
time. Like that's basically what I like to say in a lot of different trades, and basically I or like we, right? Everybody in the mentorship, we like to aim for trades that we would have taken another time, even if it's going to be a loss, you know. If like the same setup appears again, we would have taken it another time once again. So one second, you can still like talk, talk about the trade maybe. I am setting up my headphones real quick.
yeah, sure, sure. Out NZD, yeah, out NZD, I took most of the positions of my risk because that gap for FVG is so big, and the equilibrium is still not hit, so that's nice, very nice. And okay, let's see, check. Yeah,
Parapi. Okay, one second. It should be working. Hello, hello. Oh, okay, okay. It's working for me. Is it also working in the stream from this point on? I hope so. I really hope so. That'll be fire. Like I'm having these cause funny enough, I have like pretty good headphones, right? But they're just like so big onto your ear. I fucking hate that shit like over an extensive period of time. And so I just have these like very small earbuds, you know? Yeah, yeah. Big ass headphones, man. You know, it should be working now. I have like pretty good headphones, right? Hang on. But they're just like so big onto your ear. I fucking hate that shit like over an extensive period of time. And so I just have these like very small earbuds, you know? One second. Yeah, yeah. Big ass. Oh, okay, so they cannot hear you on the stream for some reason. Man. Now, hang on. Can you say test, 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 sound check, sound check? Sound check, sound check, sound check. You remember that shit? Sound check, sound check, sound check. Sound check, sound check. Headphones, man. Not sure you work. Ah, dang it, man. For some reason, it's not working. Oh man, I got this thing on. I'm pretty sure now it should be working.
check, check, check.
Say something?
Yellow.
Okay, now it should work, and I'm pretty sure now it should be working. Yeah, it should be fire. Okay.
All right.
Sound check, sound check, sound check.
Get that sound check.
Ah.
Yeah, bro. Mm, almost payout for this month. Almost
Yo,
there.
man, that's
Sound
like.
check, sound check,
Hang on,
sound
hang on.
check.
I'm gonna check it out in the stream. Alright, say like something.
Hello? Hello? Check, check.
Working.
Almost
Yo,
there.
man, that's
Okay, finally. Okay, now it works. I confirmed it. Fire,
Alright,
fire.
nice.
Okay,
Nice.
so what were you saying, about to get payout?
Yeah, almost there. Almost there. On one account, I have that consistency of 60% now, and it has to drop to 20%,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can request the first payout. I'm already at the point that the amount is big enough to request a payout, but they want a little bit more consistency.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's how we doing it, man. That's how we doing it. Like the interview wasn't even like too far back for anybody that had been watching it. We did like an entire interview with Ghostwhale on the channel, and it's like not even that far back. And here we are, almost getting the payout. Like it's getting
Let me
crazy
check
fast.
when I joined the Discord. I believe not that long ago.
Yep,
How
exactly.
can I check this? Ghost.
That's like what I'm talking about. People are also sometimes like skeptical and shit. They don't really see like the upsides of a negative risk to reward, and so they're just getting blinded by everything. And they just believe that, let me rather stick to that 143, even though shit's not working for them for I don't know how much. So, hang on, there was
Yeah, man.
something to the chat. Let me address it. So Abdul was saying hi, was good, Abdul, man. And then there was also Dress Boy. So basically, also, Dress Boy is also in the mention for everybody that has been wondering. Brother, where can I? Okay. Feel like I'm in the call with two of seniors. Two
Seniors.
seniors, man. Not like I'm a senior when it comes to technical shit, or 100%, man. Sound check, sound check. Like
Get that
technical
sound
shit
check.
is not my strength, man. Or at least when it comes to like streaming and that kind of stuff. Oh, definitely. It's hilarious. Like, it would be like so fire if we could include some music, man. Like, but
Yeah.
like I just got copyright striked. I remember that shit happening. That wasn't fire as that wasn't fire at all.
Yeah. But you got that copyright shit on YouTube, man.
Yeah. It's like
That will
so
fuck you.
strict. Yeah, they fucked me real bad, man. It's like
Yeah.
it's like real shit. Okay, it was like a not like an actual strike where, channel gets deleted, that kind of shit, but it was like a warning, and
Mhm.
yeah, we don't want to get too much trouble into that, so I was like, nah, like rather not do any music. And the funny thing about this is that the music that I was playing was free copyright music that was published on YouTube. Like, what the fuck, man? So I would
Yeah.
expect that this shit actually works because it's copyright free, but yeah, shit didn't work.
Yeah, that's crazy. It maybe the guy that put it online, the copyright music, was just setting traps for other streamers. I don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, like could be really good option. This is what happened.
Like a
Setting
YouTube
up traps.
insider.
Because they also actually make money out of that. Because like let's just say some kind of big streamer or YouTuber in like way bigger than me, 500k subs, uses that shit without knowing that okay, this shit has already been licensed. They're just basically going to pay him, right? Because if they want to have the video still up, then all of the ad revenue is just going to go straight up to the guy with the music. Like imagine you put hours into a video, and just because you played 2 minutes of a fucking song, all of the ad revenue goes to that guy. Like, where in the world does that make sense?
Well, that's the next big conspiracy theory, man. People setting up songs to just fuck streamers up, small streamers up, or big streamers. I don't know. Would be crazy.
That's hilarious, man.
Man, I'm so happy to be above with all my accounts in profit now, unfunded. At some point, I was like, oh man, I gotta breach one. But then, like, the risk to reward saved me.
Nice, man. That's how we're doing it, man. We gotta get up.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm also, of course, glad, it has been like quite a journey. With, of course, ups and downs, like people always just want to see like that's how we're doing it, man. What's it called? The upsides of trading, but obviously, it's not just like going on to the upsides. There will always be like drawdown periods with any strategy, but the difference is with like, yes, you need, when you lose, like, yes, you need like 3, 4, let it be even 5 wins in order to recover that loss. But you're going to recover that pretty quickly. With like a 142, you're going to be in a drawdown for like 2 months straight up, or 3 months even, if not even more. Like, who really wants to have that shit? The equity curve, so I'm showing it in the screen right now, will be looking something like this. So you start off really strong, but then you're going to draw them. So if you're profitable, yes, you will eventually climb that back up and get into a profit. But that entire period, so what I'm marking out in the stream right now, that entire period is like 3 months. So like for 3 months, you are not able to make any payouts whatsoever because you're just trading your shitty 142 or whatever it's going to be. Which, like, funny enough, like 142, I still believe is in a it's still in like an area where I would see, okay, that kind of makes sense, that could work, and that kind of stuff. 142, but anything like above that is like complete shit. And yeah, like 142, fuck that also as well, because it's also like not for me. Let's just put it that way,
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I'm just very. That guy I spoke into the chat about the risk to rewards. I'm always like, now when I hear people having that positive risk to rewards and talking about taking trades and are in profit. Man, it's like I don't know. It's a thing to be to other people to be like profitable. Let me say it.
Yeah.
It's all like an act. I don't know. I don't know why people do it. Why don't just tell the truth or be vulnerable about you're not profitable and talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a whole character that people have to put up just to say they're profitable, but they aren't. So I really don't know why people do that.
Yeah, these are also so-called, the Discord warriors or whatever we want to call them. So basically, there has been like guys who sent in some kind of random profits for, let's just say like a whole year actively in like an entire Discord, but you haven't seen like actual real, whether it's going to be like withdrawals or actually real funds. It's all like either demo, some kind of shit like that, or like, I don't know, like they might want today, but like they won't show you like the other 10 times that they have lost. And so that single win still doesn't put them in like a net positive throughout their entire trading journey, basically.
Yeah.
And so like they just lie to themselves to put up this image. But I also don't get it, why are they doing this to begin with if it doesn't work? And if they could just be honest and just say, okay, here I am, I'm just not profitable with like 142 because I'm shit, man. But like, I don't know, like people are just weird. There's like a bunch of kids on Discord as well.
People are just fucking weird, man.
Yeah. Like that's the best way to describe it. People are just weird. People do what people always do, being weird.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, I think when you're also when you are profitable, or is that you have like that 60% win rate and you win more than you lose and you trade a positive RR and you're getting payouts. Why the fuck would you go into a Discord server where you're not a member, like a paid member, and post your trades and show your profits? I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Like, why? If I would be like having 1 for 2, 90% win rate, then at this point, it's over. You would be at yachts and shit, man, after
Yeah,
1 month of
yeah,
trading, because you would just double your account. You would just
yeah,
double your
yeah,
account like 5 times, and then you're the richest man on earth. It's funny.
yeah,
People are out of touch from reality.
man.
And what I also like said a lot of the times, because when I do these reality checks to people, I get hated for that. People
Yeah,
just hate me for it, and they don't want to talk to me basically anymore because they just believe that I'm mean to them. But no, brother, I'm not mean. I'm just telling you the truth.
yeah. But
It's
it's
hilarious.
sometimes the truth is too hard for people. And
Yes, yes.
of course, and you're telling the truth, and it hurts them. So the emotional reaction to it is anger or disbelief. Yeah, that's just normal. I was like that earlier in my journey, but
Hmm.
now, yeah, I'm just, yeah, and I'm too long in the game on to be like fake or what. Yeah, I've been too long not profitable. I've been profitable sometimes, but yeah, we talked about this in the interview, but
Yeah, yeah. Speaking
just
of the interview,
yeah,
everybody who had been tuning in you, I've made an entire interview with Ghostwhale. It's one of the students in my mentorship. Fire interview. Go check it out. But yeah, keep going, man.
yeah, been too long in the game, and it's, I think I'm not gonna put energy in making up a good story about myself trading or whatsoever. I
Yeah.
can, it's easier to just tell the truth and be vulnerable about it, that I lost a lot of money. I made, of course, some money, but that's also I'm still net negative. Let me say that.
Hmm.
Of course, I got some crypto gains. I put that away, but yeah, I'm still on my whole journey. I'm net negative, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine because I know when I'm being truthful to myself and telling the truth, um, and just work on the system you provided. Very happy for that. I will get there, and it is so because I'm now funded with one account, working on two other accounts. Oh no, I'm working on one other account. The other account is an instant funded account, so I got two, yeah, funded accounts and one 50K that's now almost 1% in profit, so 9% to go to get also funded on that one.
100%, man. That's like the big difference. And also when I tell these people the truth, they be like, "Oh man, you're just hating because you're already profitable, and you're just hating on unprofitable traders." No, I'm not. The difference is like somebody that is perhaps in a negative, somebody that is unprofitable. That is not a problem. That is part of the journey, and I've also been there. But the difference is, are you unprofitable and sending in some bitch ass 142 the entire time in some kind of Discord where people are trading a negative risk reward anyways? Where does that make sense? Or are you actually, trying to improve, trying to understand, okay, where do these mistakes come from? Like, are you actually
Yeah,
getting into the root of the problem? Why am I unprofitable for all of these years? Clearly, there's
yeah,
something that I've been doing like wrong, or else I would be already profitable, right? So like this is like the big difference. And also there was real quick, I wanted to address something in the comments. So Dressboy5 was saying, hoping to join you soon, Ghost, halfway to passing an evil for the first time. All right. So Dressboy
nice.
is Taeyok. He's also in the mentorship.
Oh,
If you
nice.
remember. Dressboy
Yeah, yeah,
5 was also saying, hey, Star, something I wanted to understand was for FPGs that have already been mitigated with a wick. Do we still value them as strong magnets? Um, depends on the size mostly. You know, as like in most of these kinds of questions, I cannot give you like a one size fits all solution. However, most of the times what is going to be end up happening if you have an FAG like that, so in the stream right now, which this entire FAG, and as you can see, this candle has traded back into it. I've marked it out in blue. Now, this entire FAG for right now doesn't matter too much, so you could trade onto the upside because we've already mitigated it. Now, the reason why in that case though it still matters is because the FAG's size is just very big. You see basically all of this entire area, so I'm just mark it out in, let's just say yellow. So this entire area, or orange, this entire area has not been traded back into yet. So there is still like more than half, like more than like 3/4 of the entire FAG, which is still an imbalance. So you gotta see it in like an imbalanced way. If there's still a lot of imbalances, then it has to be rebalanced at some point or the other. For the very short term, I do think that we're just going to go into the upside because we're just having these relative equal highs, previous day high alliance. Of course, like we need to create a wick onto the downside before that is going to happen. But yeah, that's just like an example on NZD USD. So it depends. If the FAG is very small and it has been traded into, most of the times you just don't even care about that FAG anymore. But in a case like that, especially if the premium to discount has not been reached yet, then you really want to pay attention to that kind of stuff. So I hope I could answer your questions. But also, you know, as always, during the mentorship, we can get into more specifics if you want. Just ask me, and yeah.
You just when you trade back into an FG and trade away from it, it's just the liquidity is lowered in that sense. So that's
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that like, so it's just less people have their stops there now or have their liquidity there. So it's not that strong of a magnet anymore. A little less, let me say that.
You've actually quite summarized that better than me, you know, like you put it into much simpler words. Sometimes I also feel it, and I get that kind of critique point. I'm making it look like pretty overcomplicated and stuff, but I'm basically just trying to give like as much detail as possible. And sometimes like I just get lost into like all of this basically information that I'm saying, and yeah.
Very understandable.
So yeah, like that's what we're currently rolling with. People are getting like very annoyed of these kinds of trades, basically when they see a negative risk reward. You know how many people like just hop into the stream and just say, what, you're trading negative, or your negative risk reward is ass. That's why I've made an entire channel for that shit, just to like show people, you know, like I don't know what these guys are thinking. So like, let's just put it this way. And it takes realization. It takes also actually strength. People might see this as a weakness. Oh, you know, you're being vulnerable and this and that. But it's actually like a strength because you're being honest to yourself, right? It's not even about being honest to anybody random on Discord in that sense. But it's like, first of all, it's important about being honest with yourself. And so when these people come into the chat and basically hate on negative risk to reward ratios, then they're not being honest to themselves. Why? Because they have been unprofitable for years doing some kind of shit strategy that doesn't work to begin with, right? So clearly there's something they're not doing right. But yet they're easy to hate on a strategy that clearly works. Proven, man. Proven results, nothing is faked. No type of shit guru, no type of TGR, BS strategy whatsoever, man. These are live trades. We've been trading for, like more than a month at this point, okay? Like, I'm not saying a month is like enough to prove anything, but the proof has already been made with profit payouts, with win streaks that go end on end, being interviewed with, like, what can I say? Here, like right now, Ghostwhale, student of mine, is killing it. He has been funded. Like, what kind of proof can I provide more so people actually understand that this shit works? I don't know. But, you know, there's also like this thing where some people want to be saved and some people just don't want to be saved. And the ones that don't want to be saved, like, you cannot help them, right? Somebody who doesn't want to be saved, you cannot help him. He has to want it basically. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's still like their choice basically. Cannot force
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I think the part of just being true to yourself and accepting that you're not profitable and changing things up is the first step. Because man, in history, if you have good traders, do you think the best traders in the world are not truthful to themselves, are not looking at themselves and assessing themselves? They don't lie to themselves, the best traders in the world. So yeah, and just be like that. Just don't fuck yourself because of your pride or your willingness to be better than other people. But yeah, I don't know how do you say it. It's like pride, and they don't want to see that they're failed at something. I don't know.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
just change that. Change. Just being honest. Be honest to your friends. Be honest about your trading career. Just yeah, and then from that, that's a big step, of course, and that hurts to sometimes be honest to other people about your losses. But I think from that's also strength, and that will also give you like motivation to change things up and start a new journey to become really profitable. And you do that with Star.
That's like a good way to basically like end it. And you do that with for
And
real,
you do
man.
it with Star. Otherwise, you don't get that.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I also believe that it's at this point it's almost like basically training yourself. If you're like let's just say you're having problems being on like a stage or something, performing for people or doing like whatever. Like at the first time you're pretty nervous. At the second time you even like maybe more nervous, but at the third time you're like less nervous. At the fourth time, you might even have nightmares of that shit, but at the fifth time it's less, at the sixth time it's less, and then by the 100th time it's like brushing your teeth. Right? At some point, it just stops being embarrassing, being on stage and being nervous, right? It's just when you do it a lot. And it's almost like a practice at this point, being honest to like other people, what you do, that you have been in a negative, that kind of makes you stronger. And people believe that, okay, that makes you like weaker because now you're basically vulnerable and people know about this shit. No, but this is basically the real test about trading. Are you able to basically fuck all of that and ignore the noise, or are you going to be just stay on your toes and just say, okay, that's what I do, here what I am, and I'm just trying my
Yeah.
best, because yeah, that's at the end of the day what all matters. So Dressboy5 was saying thank you Ghost Sensei. you know that's
Oh,
pretty cool
nice.
stuff.
Good
Then
sensei. Yes.
Dressboy5 was also saying me passing Evo would be good proof as someone who has 70 plus trading days on one. Yes, man. Like this would be crazy. Like 70 plus trading days. Like you don't know. This is also like the next thing. No matter like how long you have been trading, even if it's like 15 years of unprofitability, it only takes like that 1 year that is profitable, and you're going to make all of that back. I really do think so, because being profitable scales just so well. Being profitable just makes it so much faster. Getting back to like a net positive in that sense. So yeah, like whether it's like 5 days, 3 days, or like not 5 or 3 days, but whether it's like 1 month, 2 month, or a couple of years, it really doesn't matter at this point. But yeah, like for sure, Dress Boy 5, brother, we are also going to get you funded. Man.
Yeah, man. It's like trading is a marathon. You just keep going, be truthful, and you'll get there, and you will make all money back that you lost. I
Yeah.
believe that strongly.
But only with buy more, buy more. Only
Bah,
then, man. Like without it,
dump
it's
it.
not gonna work.
Just fucking dump it.
Buy more. Okay. So True Blog was saying What's your read on BTC lower time frame? Yeah, we can look into Bitcoin in just a bit. Then Trueblow was also saying, how many accounts would he say he's blown before he started feeling at least capable? So I am assuming that's a question to you, Ghostwhale.
How much accounts blown? Like prop firms, I only blown one at the moment, and uh, other trading accounts with live capital, I stopped counting them. I've blown countless accounts. Uh, I think at least 70 or 80 accounts in my whole journey. And of course, the capital is not the same at every account. I think I've blown maybe, yeah, I don't know the specifics, but I've blown a lot of accounts, live accounts, but only one prop firm. So, and I would like to keep it that way.
Yeah, for sure. And then in the chat also, hang on. Yeah, so Trueblow was saying gave itself heaps of breathing room, but you're trading in the trend direction, scalping the higher highs, but they are small ups. Makes sense. So I didn't 100% get that message, but basically you were reflecting on the type of way that we're trading here. You know, we're trading basically negative versus reward, this and that. We're taking advantage of small moves of the market and not trying to catch that 1 for 100 every once in 5 years. And then Trueblow was also saying, as we all have, so there's basically a response to you, I guess, as we all have.
Oh, yeah.
On my ninth account, this one lasted a month doing nano lots, then over leveraged. That happens,
Yeah.
man. What's your take on that,
Yeah.
Ghost Whale?
Over leverage, man. Yeah, that's. I think the first thing I will say to you is you're trading too much. Otherwise, you won't over leverage. Because the thing is, because I've been there also. You're trading a lot, you're losing some, then you're like, oh, I want to get it back. Then you're trading more than you need it, and then you're just blown accounts. So start by scaling down on the trades. Just take one trade a day or no trade today. I think that's the biggest step you can take.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, sometimes people get into, sometimes people in my DMs or whatsoever, they be asking, are we taking a trade every single day? That's already the absolute wrong approach how people are getting into this. I immediately tell them, no, brother, we're not going to be taking a trade every single day. If that's what you expect into this mentorship, then, this is not for you, right? We are professionals. We take what the market is giving us and not the opposite way around. If the market doesn't give us something, we're not going to be taking a trade. We react based off the markets and not the other way around. The market doesn't react to us. The market doesn't give a shit about how we feel today.
Nah, man.
So people don't realize this. They expect a trade every single day, and I tell them, no, man.
Oh man,
There's just days where you're not going to be taking a trade, and you also know that. You see the market outlooks, you see how we're trading, and talking about trades whatsoever. We're not too eager taking a trade every single day. It can. I will happily even skip an entire week of trading if that means that I would most likely take a loss, of course, I'd rather just skip that shit. Simple as that.
Yeah, I think that's also a thing that changed for me during the course. At the beginning, I was like, I want to trade also every day, but now I'm really like the days that when I don't take a trade. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling and it's okay, no trade, fine. I will see tomorrow, and it's like a relaxed kind of thing. not having the feeling of I need to trade. That's a feeling I didn't have for a long time. So that's also very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that a lot. I even though like this work is it doesn't take a long time, it is still somewhat stressful. And we talked about
Yeah,
psychology also in like previous live streams where I gave the advice that don't try to be a robot. Don't try to basically say that, ah man, I'm a robot. I don't care if I win. I don't care if I lose. It's okay to feel bad and good, but don't let that determine your actions. That's like the main point. And it's
yeah,
basically the same principle in here too. Like even though this only takes 5 or 10 minutes whatsoever, of course, like once already mastered the concepts and what's like and everything like that, etc. pp. But it is still stressful, right? You still,
yeah, man.
what if it doesn't work? You know, those 10 minutes feel sometimes like half an hour or 1 hour
Yeah,
of just,
yeah. It you
thinking,
got
thinking, and thinking.
you always get that like that rush feeling. Like I need to, oh well, fuck. I need to trade it. I need okay. Let's set it up.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I don't know. And when it the trade is taken, then I'm relaxed.
yeah,
So and man and oh and now to think back on trading multiple doing multiple trades a day, that stress is not okay for you. That's not okay.
yeah, yeah,
So I've been overtrading
100%.
for a long time, I think.
Yeah. Um, so Dressed by Five was saying, think I've blown like 6 props since I first started trying to pass them last July. Okay, brother, of course, you could be going better, but 6 prop firms, I really know people who have blown 20 prop firms, if not even more, right? It's like a process, and you have also like only recently joined the mentorship. You're also going to get funded. Like sooner or
Yeah,
later,
man.
we are going to get you funded, man. Sensei Ghost Whale is here also on your side, and yeah.
Yes.
So Dressed by
Yes, Daniel
Five,
Sun.
yes, man. Dressed by Five
Press
was
boy
also
Sun.
saying, blew my first prop in one trade the same day I bought it because I forgot to scale my lot size down to challenge account size instead of demo account size. Ah, shit, man. That's like, I think that like typo, I think everybody made that kind of mistake. Maybe it's like not that fatal for some, because like maybe you typed in a, like, I don't know, instead of a 6 a7, maybe that doesn't do too much of a difference, but I think everybody had that. They just put in the wrong lot size, and then yeah, the rest is
Yep.
just garbage history.
Yeah, yeah. Mistakes happen. Mistakes happen.
Which is also why um you know backtest results are of course good, but doing it live is like a whole different story, because something like that doesn't really happen like a backtest, because like the lot size is already predetermined. But if it's like live, then you have to basically, as the name suggests, do it live. You have to adjust the lot size, you have to adjust the stop loss and all, right? Now currently on this account, I just have like a different way of approaching the risk management, because like I just know that we did 0.01 lots when we had $20. So now we are at like $160. So that's basically 0.08 lots, right? Because like for every $20, it's like 0.01 lots, and you get the math. So, but on these trades, I just gone for 0.07, just to play it a little bit safe, and like also not overexpose ourselves too much.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Good
Um,
shit, yeah. Guys, you have to buy more out NZD, please.
buy more.
Get some buys in there. Get that price up. Let me check BTC real quick. I believe there was a question about BTC, right? Let me check.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We can look at it. Bull run is starting, man. We're recovering all the way to the top of 1 million, man. One fucking
a
million.
million.
Yeah, so like my basically approach to BTC, I mean, I've said it in a couple of live streams, but to keep it like simple, I basically I do a dollar cost average in that case. I got a little bit in already. If it gets lower, then I'm just going to get in again with like a smaller bag. And like the more it's going to go lower, the more I'm basically going to be taking the position onto the upside in that sense. And personally, I also don't do leverage. I just like rawly invest into it. And I think that makes more sense if you just have the funds to back it off. But if not, then you might as well just use leverage. I do think that's a fair point to do. And yeah, because if you're like so sure that something is going to get up, then it basically doesn't matter where you're going to buy. You could actually even buy like at 120k and still be in profit. But of course, like that is going to take shit ton of time until that is actually going to happen. But it's like almost guaranteed that it's going to go on to the upside for me at least. And so I don't really think that it doesn't matter where you're going to buy. If you're willing to hold it for long enough, it will be in profit, given that you're all, of course, like longing it or like purely investing it the classic way in that sense.
Just don't play with that slider of doom of leverage.
Oh yeah,
It's very
slider of
dangerous.
doom, man. I forgot that was the thing, man. That's like so funny.
The
Slider of
slider
doom.
of doom. Get that all the way up to 500x.
Slider of
Yeah.
doom, scary as hell, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slider of doom.
I believe crypto exchanges are in that way also set up for you to fail because they make money on your liquidations. It's
Yeah.
just how they work, and they really just pay like crypto influencers to learn you a strategy that doesn't work, of course, and that has a positive risk reward. And then they have like an affiliate link of the trading platform they trade on just to get you in and lose your money, and they get paid. So that's a pretty ugly business. But,
Yeah. It's an
with
ugly
normal
business
trading,
and at the same time still one where you can win. It's
yeah,
interesting, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, 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 yeah. You still can win.
So we had some chat again. So True Blah was saying um scaling down, got it. So basically I guess he was talking to you, got it in terms of the advice. Then True Blah was also
Mm-hmm.
saying my theory is at least understood where I went wrong and I can improve. Definitely,
Nice.
like that's the very first step of improving, acknowledging that, okay, I have been doing something wrong the entire time. Because most people don't even get to that first step. They don't even get to that first
No,
realization.
man.
Oh shit, man, I have been doing something shitty. Let me change something up. So great shit.
Yeah.
So then there's also True Blow saying, I'm from NZ, so Netherlands, right? No, New
NZ,
Zealand, man. My
New
bad.
Zealand.
I'm pretty bad with countries. New Zealand. I'm surprised on the NZD charts lately. Think this 60k level is critical. I don't know if I'll get in until I see confirmation. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah,
again, I'm taking a more of a long-term approach. But yeah, of course. And also with the NZD pairs and all, we're just trading like a variety of different niche pairs also. We're not even trading Euro USD, to be honest. I'm not like too much of a big fan because it's very volatile. My brother Ghostwell can relate more to that, to Black Bull and whatsoever.
Bull. Yeah, Bull. I know, but yeah. But it's more. What I was saying is more you don't fall for the crypto boys on. Just it's better to just don't watch YouTube about crypto. There's so much
Just don't.
misinformation.
What kind of is better to just don't watch?
Don't watch
Fuck.
those crypto guys. Yeah, they just have another kind of. They don't earn from trading. Let me say that they earn from selling you courses or affiliates for crypto exchanges. So
Yeah, Yeah, like I think in crypto it's even like more extreme because like crypto is like everybody knows about crypto, even if they're not trading it. They know, okay, there's like Bitcoin, but like ask a random person, ask like a random person on the street, ask them about Bitcoin. Like he maybe doesn't know how the blockchain and everything like that works, but he knows, okay, like there's this kind of thing, Bitcoin. If you tell him what is Forex, he has no idea, man. What is Forex? Nobody knows what Forex is. Like the regular Joe Schmo I'm talking about. So
Hmm.
I also believe that crypto is bigger, to be honest. Even though it hasn't been out for as long as Forex. I mean, Forex has been out since like always in that sense. Just like stocks, it has been out since like always. But I still do think that crypto is bigger for some reason. Like in terms of popularity for the general public. In terms of like trading space, I do believe that more people are just trading futures and also just Forex.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Crypto is just more sexy, like it's because you have more like those success stories of people making millions with they bought just Bitcoin in 2008 and hold until the top of 20K or something, and those stories go around in
Mm.
friends groups, and then
True,
people
true,
just
true. Yeah, it's like way more of a success story than
yeah.
when do you hear guy invested into Forex $100 in 2005 and he made like what's like 20% on that shit. Like that's nothing.
No, man. Yeah, you can win big with crypto, but the other side of the coin is you the most of the guys. For example, somebody tells you they made 1 million in crypto profits with one trade. Where do you think the 1 million is coming from? It's $1 million is coming out of the market from people that lose. So for every one big winner, there are uh, hundreds of losers.
It's actually such a sad story, right? Like putting it into this perspective, it's it's kind of like a beautiful drama in that sense already.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
one guy who made 1 million somehow, some way or the other, and then but there's like other I don't know, like 700,000 people that lost, $300 there, 500 there, 2K
yeah,
there, 100
yeah,
there. It's crazy.
yeah.
Like
Of just like one is somebody made 1 million and 10 people lost 100K. Yeah, you don't hear that. You don't hear from 10 people they lost 100K.
yeah.
They lost their life savings.
Yeah, we had that topic in the last time where like somebody was putting in his life savings into rock pool, man.
Yeah, man. Oh,
Like what the hell, man?
yeah,
Ah,
yeah, that's
like
crazy.
I'm still speechless on that one. Like what the hell, man?
Yeah, yeah, that happens every day. Every day.
What the fuck, man? That shit happens every day. Okay,
Yeah, every
like
second. I also believe when you have like screeners, there are just like a text screener. People can coins will get listed on a DEX screener when they're big enough. They come from pump.fun, and there you can create your coin in like 2 minutes.
mhm.
And yeah, every day people lose like, not even to like a good coin or a good uh, community paired coin. They just lose to like one person that put $100 in, and they rug pool and they make $10, and people just going crazy about losing $10 because that's all they have.
Yeah,
It's really crazy.
man, it's hilarious. I also heard that there's like bots just instantly buying in whenever there's a
Yeah,
coin created.
yeah, bundles.
Oh, so
It's
that's
like
what it's called.
bundles. You got you can just like buy 100 wallets, or set up 100 wallets. And then when you create a coin, you buy with those 100 wallets, and then it looks like 100 people are buying your coin. So it's like that makes it more attractable to other buyers, and then your work will. It's crazy, man. The technology to just scam people on crypto is crazy.
Dude, but I also don't really understand because like investing used to be because like people see this as investing, right? Like it's not, but people really see this, oh, you know, that's like a good investment putting money into you know, grandpa meme coin or whatever, something like that, right? And then what do people think? Because investing used to be like such a serious thing where you're only going to be investing once you know like a lot about the stock, right? Which like we're not even talking about stocks, but like that's the point that I'm trying to make. And they're just like investing into I don't know, fuck you in the ass meme coin.
Yep. Yeah. It's also a little bit like, did you watch the movie Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. Yeah. There in the beginning, they are have like he makes his money with penny stocks, right? So he's just selling shit to postmans and yeah, people that have not a lot of money, but he's selling the dream of getting lots of money in return. That's happening in crypto now, but everybody wants to be the Wolf of Wall Street and create coins and make money on that way. But yeah, man,
It's hilarious, man. So we have like True Law saying AUD and NZD can do some wild swings for sure. Yeah, man. True Law was also saying I've got my eye on Brent oil as well with the US blockade. Okay, not like I'm personally not too much into oil, like maybe Goswell can relate into that. But firstly, also another comment. Would you say BTC being popular with less financial savvy crowds will be detrimental to its performance long term? So that's like more of a question to you, Goswell, I assume. And also meme coins, etc., are the penny stock scam of our time. Yeah, like basically, you know, a bunch of stuff for you, Goswell. You know, just keep on going. You know, it's your time to shine. Let us know.
what was the first question about BTC? I didn't get it.
So we got, would you say Bitcoin being popular with less financial savvy crowds will be detrimental to its performance long term? So basically, like people that are not as financially stable will be like pretty bad for the performance over the long term because it's so popular for like poor guys, or like
Yeah,
just said it in
yeah,
like a more so simple way. Yeah.
yeah. You get a little bit more of a bad name because people lose their money at BTC. But yeah, I think overall BTC will just go up because the technology is there and it's like gold. I don't think Bitcoin will be like a coin that you can use eventually for payments because I think Bitcoin is like more gold and you don't pay with gold in the grocery market or the supermarket. But I think when crypto will be more regulated, there will be another coin or a CFD like a fiat coin or something like that for payment. Bitcoin will be always like the gold, like the representative for crypto, just like we have gold. Yeah. And the other was about meme coins. I don't know. Question.
The other question or so was, okay, hang on 1 second. Dressboy5 was saying, hey, Star, if hypothetically, if the previous day high on NU wasn't already taken, would that have been a good trade idea? Unsure because of the big gap on the 4 hour. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do that and then we're going to get back to Bitcoin. Okay, so NU, I guess like NZD USD, I assume. NZD USD, so we're going to go into the daily time frame. Here we are. And then you said on the wasn't already taken out, good trade idea. Pretty much that could be like a solid opportunity, but there's still like a couple of reasons on why not to take a trade. So first things first, that's basically the example that I've shown previously. We have this FEG which yes, we have traded back into it, but there's still a lot of the FVG which hasn't been traded back into it. So which means there's like still a lot of inefficiencies which we like to trade back into. Like Ghostwhale, I actually put it like in a very simple term, because like there's just less liquidity. But since the entire FVG is just so big, there's like enough liquidity left to be traded back into at some point or the other. Now, and also this entire candle has no wick onto the downside. It needs to create a wick onto the downside, and then from there on, you expect to move higher. Aside from that, like, let's just say that the previous day high hasn't been taken out, this would still be like a valid opportunity. Perhaps simply because we have the liquidity higher in here and also in here, we would like to basically trade on to the upside. But all in all, I don't really trust this too much, because once again, I don't like this entire FVG. So let's just say that we didn't have this FVG, great setup, immediately we would be taking it. But just because of that FVG, we're like not too biased on that one. Sometimes it's really just like one thing that can throw an entire trade off. You can have like 10 different reasons on why to take the trade, and then one reason that is bad. Now you might be saying, well, we have 10 reasons to speak for the trade and like one reason to not take a trade. Why are you still not taking a trade? Because that one single reason can hold so much weight that you're not going to be able to take the trade, right? Because there's like weight. Not every single confirmation has sort of the same weight, right? So yeah. So back to our, it's like we're having two streams, like for real. Like a crypto stream and then also a okay, so True Blah was saying also meme coins etc are the penny stock scam of our time. He was laughing with an emoji.
Yeah, exactly that's just it. Yeah, but back to the about the points you said about scanning pairs. The thing I do for before I take it, before I analyze a pair in depth, is just go on a daily, scan them quickly all, just like you do, Star.
Mhm.
And then if a pair is interesting, I just mark it and then go back and then just zoom in on a 4-hour weekly and just look for a reason not to take a trade. And then, yeah, you get the best one.
Yeah. There's like also a good approach, and especially for like passing prop firms, it's also like a really good choice to simply just take one trade and that's all. That's all you really need. You don't even need to trade like 5 different pairs the entire day. You can look for 5 different pairs, but passing only like requires one, and you can like really keep it simple. In that sense, that's also like something people don't realize, because they believe, I need to take, 100 trades a day with a negative risk reward. Like that can be done, like that's possible, but you certainly don't have to, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't know if I was like talking a little bit off topic here, but basically what I was about to say, yeah, like I am going to be ending the stream like really soon. It has been like a really good one. If there's anybody like still wanting to write something into the chat, anything, and also like AddressBoy5, like next time you can also like talk with us, basically anybody who wants to join is pretty much exclusive for the guys that have bought the membership, so we can just hang out. It's like a little bit more exclusive, being live into the live stream. I think that's pretty cool stuff. And yeah, man, like next time you can also talk if you feel like it, of course. If not, then it's also no problem. Because I see you were in the Discord chat. Okay, so not anymore, but you were there at least. And yeah, man. So if there's like anybody else that wants to write something lastly into the chat, then now's the time. And then from there on, we're just going to have like a good night evening in that sense.
Yeah.
And then also there's like True Blah, something. He was saying, what's your limit and a FEG being invalidated? I realize wicking in, bouncing off, etc. But when looking for the next FEG and order block for a entry short or long, what's a good like rule of thumb? Sometimes it's kind of hard realizing it just through chat what you're talking about. You know what I would recommend? Just join the Discord and ask my brother Ghostwhale, like for real. He's going to be able to give you just as good of an answer as I would be giving you, because like he has been learning so fast and he basically knows all of the stuff, right? So I would advise you to just join the Discord. It's in the description of this entire live stream. You know, just Discord server, click on it and just join the crew basically. And yeah,
Join the squad.
join the
Come
squad,
join the
man.
squad,
You know,
brother.
we're making bread in here. And also, like, for everybody that has been watching right now, if you want to be copy trading me, you can happily do that. The copy trading is in the description. It's the first link. You know, we have made like pretty much double the entire account at this point. Like currently, don't get this wrong, we're at 91%. It's because we have taken a trade and we're just right now in a drawdown. But our all-time high is 96.5%. So that already counts as 100%. Come on, man.
Yeah,
And yeah, man. Yeah, so
make that money.
we're making
Gotta
that
make that
passive
money.
income, man. That's just what we do.
Make that passive. Get that passive.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, then, everybody. You know, it was a great stream. And appreciate everybody who has been watching. And see you next time.
Later, Star. Have a good evening.